it's going to fall on the shoulders of Mark Patrick to bring this field up to speed. Waiting for the green to come out. There we go. We are racing. Oh, we've got an incident right off the bat. Eddie's both right into Dick Remus up sideways on the Castro wall. Cochi and Isen holding up behind there, and a lot of damage on the 43 car. The safety crew out very quickly to that scene. Boy, Dick Remus was right up on the Castro wall. Scary incident right off the bat. I don't know whether it wasn't Kenny Forth just didn't get up to speed, or Remus is out of the car. That's the good news.
Patrick in the Sparkalano body number 15. He's had a rough go of it this year. Dave Isen in the number 2, driving for Dougie Stewart this week. Then it's the lone wolf, Maurizio Cochi. Then the 18 of Chad McGlynn. Green flag drops. We're going racing.
Well, it's Patrick's side by each into turn 1. Mark on the inside, Jim on the outside. Jim just opened that whole race car, holds together. Maurizio getting shuffled back to the back of the pack. He's side by side with Chad McGlynn. As now Dave Isen looks on the outside of Mark Patrick to try to take second away.
I don't think it's a case of that thing holding together. If it does hold together, okay, everybody else could be in trouble because the 15 of Jimmy Patrick in that old Thunderbird has just checked out. That's actually the car out of the Patrick stable that they've nicknamed the Underbird.
Well, he's got some parts in there that he's not quite sure about. He's gone with some newer technology, you might say, and has seen that wrecked a couple of times earlier in the season, so he's just sticking with what works. In the meantime, the 80 car not looking real good for a repeat performance here, Jamie.
No, Maurizio definitely off the pace he was setting last week. Maybe it was just one of those weeks last week where Maurizio Cochi just hit the setup without even knowing it. Those things happen. Sometimes you can come out and just do no wrong. And it looked like last week was one of those weeks for the number 80 one-stop auto Pontiac of Maurizio Cochi.
Jimmy Patrick with a pretty good-sized lead over the 2 car. Dave Isen wheeling that one around in place of Doug Stewart this week. This is the 4th completed lap, one more to halfway. Jimmy Stewart, Chad McGlynn rounds out the top 3.
And how's this for interesting? A 20.66 last time by for Jimmy Patrick.
Wow.
I got a lot of cars in practice, and the fastest I got was a 2069 out of the 20 machine of Scott Lindsay. So Jimmy Patrick definitely looks to be a threat to win the feature tonight. Backs it off a little bit that lap, 20.75. 86.17 miles an hour for the 15 of Jim Patrick.
Definitely looking good, and I told Jimmy before the race that I didn't need to tell him that the guys up here in the broadcast tower, and ladies too, were sick and tired of seeing him have tough luck. But I say I don't need to tell you that because nobody's more sick of it than you are. He just kind of shakes his head, always has a smile on his face, and well, what can you do but keep racing. He didn't present the most optimism to me, Jamie, and said, I just hope this thing holds together. Looking pretty good with 7 laps on the board.
Well, he came out optimistic at the start of the year, and as you know, he struggled. If it wasn't for bad luck, he would have had no luck at all. Jimmy Patrick right now searching for sponsors for next season. He wants to make a serious bid and try to capture his first Delaware Speedway Park Sportsman crown. Jimmy Patrick has the equipment and the know-how. I think he just might be able to do it with the proper financial backing. Right now, he leads the Canusa Chevrolet of Dave Isen. 3rd place, the Ford Thunderbird Interstate Batteries car of Chad McGlynn. And it's the 12 of Mark Patrick in the Tucson Cozy Delaware Parts and Pumps Chevrolet Monte Carlo. And the one-stop auto number 80 of Maurizio Cochi is the white flies to Jimmy Patrick.
One more lap to go, a little bit less than that, actually. Can Maurizio take that spot away from Mark Patrick? He's looking to try to pass race cars and might have a shot to do that. Now as Isen looks to try to close in on the back of Jimmy Patrick, unless he makes a serious mistake here, it's his to lose. Checkered flag out for Jimmy Patrick of Delaware in the 15.
Bubbles on Patrick's car, a big flame out of the right side, and he was some kind of loose when he crossed the start-finish line. So maybe that was their 10-lap setup, and it just happened to go away coming out of turn 4 of the final